Om Namah Shivaya. I am astrologer and author Professor Rudramohapatra from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. This is the second part of my earlier video of Baikoli's Kaal Sarpa Yoga. So Baikoli Mohapatra is saying Kaal Sarpa Yoga, and this video we will discuss elaborately on the cancellation of the Kaal Sarpa Yoga if it is at all occurring as per the principle or as per the classical principles from which Baikoli Mohapatra has referred. So first let me remind you, make a small recap that what is Baikoli's Kala Sarpa or what Baikoli Mohapatra came up with as a Kala Sarpa yoga from various classics, lost classics, rare classics and classics from tradition. So he is saying that if six or more than houses are blank, number one. Number two, Lagna, first house should be under the Rahu Ketu axis. Number three, Jupiter and Sun, Jupiter and Moon should not be connected. Conjunction or aspect. Not only that special aspect of Jupiter, but also a direct aspect. Like if one case Jupiter with Ketu at one end and Moon with Rahu. If this kind of odd yogas are happening, they have different implications, like Guru Chandala, and here is Grahana Yoga. But Kala Sarpa Yoga will not happen because Jupiter and Moon are getting aspect. Anyway, so this is Baikoli's Kala Sarpa Yoga, and the consequence is very clear. You will be childlessness. You will be no child. Remember, this is really a tragedy of our Sanatana, that we were so patriarchal in nature, we considered putra as dhana. So it may true that in that case, if somebody is not blessed with a boy child at that time, so this kind of Kala Sarpa yogas taken into account. So it is not at all Sutakyaha, for which it may not be a Pitru Sarpa. It came to my mind later on, sir and madam. So please pardon me, and the first video I failed to show. So Putra, it is Putra Prapti. It is not Sutta. So, if you are bereft of a boy child, then you think of this Kala Sarpa Dosha Baikoli. So, what are the cancellations? One I have told you. If Moon and Jupiter are conjuncted, if they are in 1-7 axis. However, Baikoli is not saying that the special aspect of Jupiter will act. He's saying that there should be a mutual aspect of Moon and Jupiter, or there should be in conjunction. That means a very clear-cut phenomenon where Jupiter and Moon are very strongly related, whether it is in 180 degree or conjunction. Then it will be cancelled because Jupiter is the Shiva Karak of children. If Jupiter is not afflicted, so there may be a chance that you will have your progenies and Kala Sarpa Dosha will get it cancelled. One. Second, if the Lord of the Lagna is in the Lagna, in own house, even if the conditions are fulfilled, like 6 houses blank, Lagna is inside the Rahu Ketu axis, but Lagnesa is in the Lagna, cancellation of Kala Sarpa. Number three, if the ninth Lord and the fifth and the first Lord, Karmadhipa and Lagnadhipa, what is saying, if they are in conjunction, then this yoga is going to be cancelled. And if the 10th Lord and 9th Lord are also associated, this yoga is going to be cancelled. I do not know why, but it is Karmadhipa and Dharmadhipa, Navamadhipa. 9th and 10th Lord conjunction, 1st and 9th Lord connection, which will lead to cancellation of this yoga, even if 6 houses are blank. Lagna is falling inside the Rahu Ketu axis. Finally, another preposition, let me just refer to the book. If The benefic planets are in the Navamsa of the benefic house. Like Shukra is the Navamsa of the fifth lord. Jupiter is in the Navamsa of the ninth lord. Mercury is in the Navamsa of Lagna. So benefic planets, they are in the benefic Navamsa and the exalted Lagna. See, actually, I am also feeling myself really, quite offended because I was denying the Kaal Sarpa in a very so straightforward and rigid fashion, but missed Baikoli Mohapatra's classics. Very logical indeed. Any Kala Yoga is not going to hamper if the planets are somehow or the other showing their beneficence in the D1 and D9. So that is what Baikoli is clearly saying. Number one, Moon and Jupiter conjunction, Lagnesha and Navamesha, the ninth lord and the first lord connection, tenth lord and ninth lord connection. Connection means yoga. We can think of mutual aspect also, but he is saying conjunction. Benefic planets in the benefic Navamsa, and if exalted Lagna lord. Now, taking whole perspective little bit ahead, Baikoli is clearly considering two things in cancellation of his Kaal Sarpa Yoga or nullification of Kaal Sarpa Yoga is one is your Lagna, Lagnesha, the other one is Jupiter. If Jupiter is not afflicted or Jupiter is with Moon, see Moon is mother and Jupiter are children, so definitely this is a clear logic. Any of our rishis have done this is the logic. And if you are not getting afflicted, if Lagna is extremely strong, then no malefic yoga is going to hamper you. Let it be Lagna or Lagnesha. If Lagna is not under that, no, I will not say Papa Kartari, but in that Papa Mala, hemmed between Rahu and Ketu, and Lagnesha is exalted. We can add one step ahead also. Lagnesha in the Navamsa of its exaltation will also lead to the cancellation of Baikoli's Kaal Sarpa Yoga. Quite logical. Just do not say that, oh, Rahu Ketu, Kala Sarpa. Our rishis are so great, and we are very unlucky to not get many classics still left, and some unrevealing theories in the tradition, from which the relevant in this book. Possibly, this book is written around 18. Baikul is 1830, so it is 1870, like that. Very old classics if we take today's text. At that time, books were available. So even if Kala Sarpa is there, these are the cancellation. Even if it is not getting cancelled, all you have is not a child. However, Baikoli has not said that whether it is a specific in female horoscope, it will applicable to female only, no, or male only, no. In either cases, if this Kala Sarpa Yoga is happening, not getting cancelled, then they will be childless parents. And in the subsequent slokas, he's saying that if more than four planets are clumped and making Kala Sarpa, it is adding to the Prabhajya Yoga. First thing is that you don't have these children. That means you are not going to marry. Then sannyasa. So this Prabhajya Yoga is getting enhanced by this Baikuli's Kala Sarpa Yoga only if four or more than four planets are clumped in one house, definitely, as per Mahasi Parasara, you should not take the nodes. But the luminaries or the physical planets should be in conjunction or in planetary or in the same Navamsa, does not matter. But if it is there and the Kala Sarpa Yoga is getting created, very good, because more than six houses will be blank. Maybe Lagna under the Rahu Ketu axis, may not be other conditions getting fulfilled. So it will be a Kala Sarpa Yoga and as well as a Prabhajya Yoga, which will be very enhanced. That the Kala Sarpa Yoga is adding to Prabhajya Yoga. Because childlessness, no marriage, childlessness, and Prabhajya. Well, I'm really very happy that I'm saying all these things. But finally, also, I'm making my statement clear. Please do not apply this Kala Sarpa to current state. If there is problem in child issues, you can go for this Pittu Srapa. If you want, you can apply this Baikoli Kala Sarpa Yoga. But I know if you have the atomic technology with you, you will put it into atom bomb, then creating this energy reactors. This is how human minds work, and the astrologers. We may use Baikuli Kala Sarpa now as a commercial hit. So I don't want that we use this, but I also want simultaneously, you must know what is the history being there, the Kala Sarpa Yoga, and specifically to a backward, far eastern vision of India, that is Odisha. So let me again clarify that what Baikuli Kala Sarpa is, at least six or more than six houses should be blank, whichever side they may be. Lagna should be under the Rahu Ketu axis. And I mean, that's it. Cancellations are Jupiter Sun connection, Lagnesha exaltation, malefic planets in malefic Navamsa, Jupiter Moon conjunction. What else? Lagna and ninth lord connection. Then this yoga is getting cancelled, and you will have definitely good at your progenies. I mean, you will be able to father the child. Whether you will able to parent it or not, I don't know. Because fathering a child is a biological act, while parenting is a completely social act and demands a lot of responsibilities and emotional balance to nurture a child. Anyway, so I hope you enjoy the second part, most probably the final part of Baikuli Sarpa Yoga, leading to the theories of cancellation. And Kala Sarpa Yoga here is basically as a childlessness. No other things were mentioned, like no job, no love affair, no premarital affair, no postmarital affair. Nothing else is mentioned. So this is the problem when you give a scope of Kala Yoga. Spoofs are ready to misuse it, and abuse it up to that extent. Reliance on Jyotisha will go down to hell. So remember, even if you follow Vaikuli's Kala Sarpa, at max it can give, there will be no child to the parents. So do not look for this Kala Sarpa in case of bachelors. Sir, I am unmarried. Kala Sarpa already what then? After you marriage, you see if your fifth lord, fifth house are very strong in your other spouse chart, then the Kala Sarpa is by default getting annihilated. You have Kala Sarpa, but the partner has not. Rather, he has a very good Santana Yoga. Your Kala Sarpa is getting nullified. Right. But I'm really glad that, yes, some of our classics, they have said, some of the slokas in the tradition they have referred, and very logically, very scientifically, and very, very particularly about Kala Sarpa Yoga. Yes, this is all for today. If you have some doubts, if you have some things to add, please write it in the comment box. If you have some kind of this Kala Sarpa mentions in your local classics, please speak into forward, a very scientifically fashion. But final request, please keep yourself away from this. For Sutakya childlessness, look for the Pittu Srapa, other things, because mostly We are now at a stage that we should not even utter the name Kaal Sarpa, even if it is Baikoli's right scientific and logical one. Well, this is all for today, Lord Mahadev. Once I'll come up with another new video soon. Till then, God bless you all. Om Namah Shivaya.